2020 has already started off like shit for me, personally. Just this morning, my tire popped on my car. But despite the less than favorable circumstance in my personal life, the sports gods have been very generous. Arsenal grabbed their second win in 6 days. Can you believe that shit? Arsenal actually won a match. 1-0 against Leeds United. I want a fucking surprise. Yeah, I know. I'm fucking surprised too. Especially with a very curious starting 11. Obviously, it's a cup fixture, so you put in Emi Martinez, who, minor spoiler alert here, was absolutely fantastic all game long. And yet a back line of what we assumed, a back three of Holding, Luis Socrates, and your wingbacks would have been Kolasinac, Reece Nelson, your midfield three of Guendouzi, Xhaka, Ozil, your two forwards in Lacazette, Nicolas, Pepe. So that was our initial thought. But lo and behold, when the match starts, Socrates is playing right back. So Kolasinac, left back, Socrates, right back, David Luiz, left center midfielder, or left center back, Rob Holding, right center back, and Reece Nelson on the left wing, Nicolas Pepe on the right wing, Lacazette as the front nine. And I thought, okay, cool, let's see how we do. But unfortunately, the first half was Leeds United's game. Leeds were absolutely honest. They were absolutely honest in that first half. Every fucking chance they took, they went after. And all I saw in this first half was, our guys seemed really exasperated. Our guys seemed a little bit too relaxed, which, funny enough, in the post-game conference, press conference, Mikel Arteta did go ahead and say that we're not good enough to relax after a win, a huge win against Manchester United for us. But flat out, in the post-game press conference after this Leeds United match, we're not good enough to relax. And you saw it. You saw when Arsenal played relaxed, they went back to that Unai Emery style of lackadaisical football. And boy, oh boy, it was just PTSD 101 right there. You just felt just in horror of what the fuck was happening up in front. Offense fizzling out, passes just with no communication in the defensive third to get balls intercepted and eventually get shots on Emi Martinez. Just absolute domination by Leeds in that first half. And the stats showed 15 shots in the first half for Leeds United. 15! They would end up only shooting 18 in total for the entire game, but fucking 15. 15 in the first half. And I knew flat out Arsenal were going to do two things. Either make major substitutions in Rob Holding and Matteo Guendouzi, who are having horrible games. You're watching this first half and thinking, wow, Guendouzi and Holding are the main reasons why Arsenal is losing their ball in their own defensive third and allowing Leeds to generate so many chances. And I would have brought in Saka and Willock to fortify that back line a little bit and see if Arsenal can be a little bit more nimble with their speed. But 15 minutes at halftime, Mikel Arteta, I'm sure, did what he does best, which is being a fucking head coach. What's brilliant about this next move is nothing tactically. You saw it right at the get-go from the second half. It wasn't anything tactically. It wasn't anything done personnel-wise. It was Mikel Arteta. It was Mikel Arteta just railing into these guys. So just fucking going at these Arsenal boys. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You fucking shitheads. I can't believe you're playing down to your own potential. And it's nothing against Leeds United. Because, can we give credit to Leeds United? They're first in the championship right now. They're on their way for an inevitable promotion to the Premier League. They are a Premier League playing side. The way they played football in that first half was absolutely brilliant. And Arsenal took it too easy, like we talked about. And Arteta had to fucking get at them. And I love the fact that he did that because it was instant impact. Instant impact. Reece Nelson and Granit Xhaka were brilliant even in that first half. But when everybody else started contributing, when everybody else, along with Emi Martinez, who was unbelievable in that first half too, everybody else started contributing, those three guys just start becoming highlight reels. Xhaka was so physical on the ball, able to hold himself up, to give teammates opportunity to press forward and get into favorable positions, which allowed guys like Reece Nelson and Pepe to just be absolutely dominant. Pepe is a 72 million pound man for a fucking reason. The way he controls the ball is absolutely incredible. Reece Nelson, main reason why I'm shouting him out, he gets the goal. An ugly goal in the 55th minute. But you know what? Who gives a shit? It's a goal. And the bottom line for me, this 55th minute goal was the culmination of effort. It was the culmination of actually giving a shit, of communicating with each other, with putting your heart out there, with looking at the home fucking stadium at the Emirates, looking at that crowd and feeling the need to perform well. That's the fucking spark Mikel Arteta lit into the squad. And my goodness, I'm my God, to have that goal was so alleviating because you felt Leeds break down a little bit. In the second half, Leeds wasn't the same team. Arsenal completely controlled the second half. Once that goal went in, Arsenal stayed aggressive. Although, yes, Leeds had 15 fucking shots in that first half with one shot dinking off the post. Arsenal had one dink off the post too. And one could argue, as much as Leeds should have been up 2-0 in that first half, Arsenal could have been up 3-0 in the second half. And so, favorable substitutions were made. Reece Nelson for Gabriel Martinelli, who was an instant impact on offense as soon as he arrived on the scene. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a baller in Gabriel Martinelli. Bunch of these young youth guys that we got in Arsenal right now. Wow. The talent is fucking brilliant. The raw talent that our club can mold. The prospect is intriguing. And within that 10-minute span of Martinelli being there and just being an instant impact, you sub out Ozil for Willock, who Ozil didn't have a great first half. He didn't. He wasn't invisible, but he wasn't great. But in that second half, he became the fulcrum which the offense ran through. He became the conduit. And that's what he's brilliant at being. And for Ozil to have this resurgence, along with guys like Xhaka under Arteta, is just very promising. It's so reassuring because these were the same guys, along with guys like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who were in the transfer rumors. And Aubameyang just snubbed everybody out. After an interview yesterday with Arsenal, official Arsenal press media, saying he's not going anywhere, boy, oh boy. Arsenal fans got to feel excited. We got to feel excited because not only are we able to close this game out, we're able to do it with some, shall we say, bit of conservative winning mentality, which I am more than delighted to have at this point. I am more than delighted to have positive, consistent performances. Even if you're boring. 1-0, boring Arsenal. I welcome the 1-0 Arsenal. Because that means we fucking won. And so, 5 minutes of added time. That shit blows through. Lacazette is named man of the match. But I really think the unsung hero in this match has to be Nicolas Pepe. Or you could even argue, you can argue Granit Xhaka. Although Xhaka was a bit brash in that first half with his challenges, I think the way he handled the ball when he had it in possession to bring everybody up on the press, he was brilliant. And I throw that word out around a lot for this match yesterday, but wow. To take the steps that we have within the 4 matches of Mikel Arteta being in charge, I'm nothing but impressed. Arteta already looks like he's building something great. And we're seeing previews of this. I think that Chelsea match was a 50-50 match. Just much like this for Leeds. Where Leeds, first half, oh my God, they had all the chances in the world. Second half, they had maybe one good chance. But this is what happens. You have to bring the intensity. You have to bring the effort. You have to bring the passion. Otherwise, you will die. Much like Leeds. But Arsenal didn't die. We stay alive in the cup competition where we have won 13 times. The next best is Manchester United at 12. But boys and girls, Arsenal has won the FA Cup 13 times in history. And the FA Cup is one of the oldest competitions in the world. I mean, come on. It is the single most oldest competition in club football in England. So to have eras of Arsenal success in the FA Cup from the 70s to the 80s, 90s to the Wenger era, you got to be proud of where you came from. And for me, Arsenal breeds the FA Cup. And they have to be showing up like this. They have to be showing up like in that second half. That first half was abysmal. That was some Unai Emery shit. We can't be doing that anymore. This is the Mikel Arteta days, man. And if it means shit like a Wenger style of bringing young guys up in major cup competitions to give them confidence, to give them the clutch genes needed to excel the club moving forward, so be it. I am all on board with that shit. I am. And in round 4, boys and girls, Arsenal will be facing Bournemouth at Bournemouth in the week of January 25th. Very excited for that match. Bournemouth with Eddie Howe have been very consistent throughout these years, especially after promotion to the Premier League. And there's such a great story. I think Bournemouth as a club, as a franchise, is such a wonderful story of perseverance, of meeting the challenges and heading the problems head on. They were promoted all the way from fucking divisional level football, League 2, League 1 Championship, Premier League. Now they're perennial Premier League, club level franchise. And yeah, I mean, they don't get top 10, but this season I feel like they have done themselves really well and will cause a lot of problems for Arsenal in this next FA Cup fixture. But for Arsenal, 2 wins. 2 wins to start the new year. That's some real positive shit. And again, I'm telling you right now, within the realm of my personal life right now, I need some sports ball relief, okay? All this shit. Oh, God. I mean, between my fucking... my puppy getting sick and just being crazy fucking busy with the goddamn CES going on right now, and my fucking tire popping. It's a beautiful thing to have a win like that. So I'll take those wins and celebrate with the appropriate amenities. But boys and girls, Arsenal grabs a win. We don't have to do a replay because of stupid draw rules. And come on, you Gunners. So boys and girls, follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. You know what I'm going to say. Come on, you Gunners! Now fuck off.